Hi guys, I'm Adit. I'm making my first game. Um, I've always wanted to make games. This time maybe I'll actually work on it and publish it and learn how the process works. And hopefully make a name for myself as an indie developer. So last time we worked on a game, a reindeer platformer game that I'm still working on. That's the video about. So last time we worked on a 2D Reindeer Platformer, Rudolph's Adventure. Um, but I wasn't really satisfied with the video I put out. Frankly, because I felt like there really wasn't any substance behind the video. I'm fairly new to this. I am new to YouTube. I'm new to social media platforming, games, and also making games in general, making content in general as well. So, yeah, I felt like last time it was more of blabbing and not really much of any substance. So this time I decided to take more time off YouTube, and this time I decided to work on the game more and make sure that I show you something that has a lot of substance behind the video, so that it's worth your time. And I respect you, the viewers, to push out more quality content. Hopefully, this is that. Hopefully, but yeah, I've crammed in a lot of work into this, and a lot of content, and a lot of new features in this game. So let's check it out. Last time I did mention that Snowy didn't really feel like an enemy because of how easy it felt to beat him. I've made him slightly harder by reducing the stun animation time. That made him more enemy-like. I definitely have to work on him more, but I thought maybe I can come back to him later on, as we have a lot of other stuff to take care of. We also mentioned that in order to make the game more lifelike, I'll have to add sound effects and other interactive effects also. So I did. Check this out. Now, some of our astute viewers might have noticed that I've changed the background image of this level. That's mostly because it didn't really fit the aesthetic or the pixel art style of, the characters and the enemies. So I decided to replace it with a more pixel arty style type of image. Considering how much trouble I've been having with making this game so far, I expected this to be another pain in the ass, but it turned out to be fairly easy. Repetitive, but fairly easy.
I also wanted to give a quick shout out to Incomtech Music, freesound.org, and also Zapslat, as these have been invaluable to help me with finding the right music and sound effects for each of these effects.
Next up, I wanted to add an end screen, and after a few adjustments in, I managed to get it to work the way I wanted it to. And when I click on the next level button, it actually goes to the next level. I felt so proud when the button actually worked. Then I added a pause screen and a game over screen, and now I wanted to add the main source of the game, the inventory, and the letter UI. So this took a lot of work. So the idea is, for now, Rudolph finds letters that were supposed to be meant for Santa, written by children, and they drop hints as to what they would like to have for Christmas. Now, I need to make a letter sprite, a letter UI. The idea is that we write down what we think they need, and if it happens to be correct, you will obtain these items, which you can hand over to Santa, which he would distribute to the children. I decided that when a child's request gets granted, you get to choose a power-up, which makes the game more fun. Now, if it was just this much, the game would practically be over because of how easy it would be. So, I decided to make it so that defeating an enemy would grant you the letters which you could use to form words, and that will help you make items that the kids want. It's a way I thought would work best to pace the progression of the game, and all the other collectible items will be stored in the inventory as well. Adding all these mechanisms took a lot of work, like making the alphabets work properly, making sure that those small things were ironed out properly. Like, for example, making it so that if you write the wrong word, the text box shakes red, indicating that it was wrong. Not being able to repeat the same words again. Making the inventory look aligned. Making the background blurred throughout the pause screen, game over screen, and the letter UI and the inventory and so on. I intend to form a shop mechanic later where you can trade in these items to get alphabets that you might need to finish a word so that you may fulfill all requests before finally reaching Santa.
And not to understate any source that has been helping me with all this, I have to mention Claude again. This poor bot has been going through hell, helping me throughout my game dev journey. And as much as people might hate on it, AI being involved with coding, for an upcoming part-time indie game dev with a student life to take care of, making a game is hell, and these large language models really made things easier. So for now, I intend to keep using Claude and see where it takes me. Well, you've almost made it to the end of this video. Lastly, I wanted to talk about what I wanted to do next and what you could expect to see on the next devlog. First up, I will have to make new levels, maybe make new enemies, maybe play around with the layouts of the existing levels. See if there are ways to make this game a bit more harder, and maybe even incorporate story elements into the game. And with that, I'm concluding this devlog. I'll see you on my next video, guys. Bye.